welcome back to Model Maker Dave's Workshop. I'm Dave. Hello everyone. Give us a few seconds to get everything sorted out with the cameras and the microphone and the lights and this and that and everything else, and maybe make a cup of tea. And I will see you down on the bench. Hello and welcome back to the bench. This is the second update video for the Russian Grad Lake version build that I'm working on. So, first things first, apologies, one or the other. Sorry for the lack of content going up at the moment. It's just that I've been away and real life has kind of got in the way again. So, but I've been back at the bench and I've been backwards and forwards to the bench in evenings and whenever that I've had time to do stuff. And this is where I've got to. So, the chassis is looking very nice, I have to admit, even if I have made bit of a glaring mistake, but I'll let you see if you can work that one out for yourself as I'm going through this. The reason for 3 grey leaf springs and 1 creamy white one is this one's resin and the other 3 are plastic. The kit version for this side was somewhat bent, and these fixing points, well, I don't know where they were, but they didn't come out. So I've managed to find another one of these and picked it up for a very cheap price of 23 quid, including P&P. I had some moulding compound left over and I made a couple of moulds, and this is what I've got back out of it. It's as near as damn it. It's not quite 100% perfect, because when I took it out the mould, the join here is so thin that with flexing the mould and everything, it snapped. So that's been put in with a little bit of super glue, and a little bit more super glue has been put around here just to strengthen this bit up. This little bit of an eyesore here is going to get covered with some specially placed I'll put my teeth in later on, specially placed mud and weathering and so on. So you won't see that, it will just disappear. We've been doing photo etch. Me and photo etch never really sort of went together, but kind of working alright with it at the moment. I was, for doing the bends and the bending, I was using one of these, the Tamiya photo etch bending pliers. Yeah, they're okay. They're not brilliant, but I have picked up one of these, a little hold and fold. So hopefully, as we've got a bit more photo etch to do, I shall use this instead of these. And see how we get on with this. I've got this off eBay for £18 or £19, which I thought was quite reasonable. So I didn't think I'd need to get a huge one, so I just got a small one, because the amount of photo etch I'll ever do is only whatever comes in the kit. So as you can see, we've got a small fret of photo etch, and bits are now starting to go missing because they're going from here and onto here and into the cab area. There are some scarily small parts. I don't know if you can see, but there is a line of what can only be described as the smallest grab handles I have ever seen in my life. And those little things are going on this front end of the grill. One there, one in the middle, one in the corner, one down there and one down there. I think for sanity's sake, he says, I'm going to do them last. And I mean last. Everything's going to get painted. It's going to get weathered. These will go on, and then I will do the smallest amount of weathering over them just to cover them in and blend them in. In all honesty, I don't think you're going to really see them, but I will stand corrected if I'm wrong. So that's the plan for this and those little bits. The chassis and the suspension, drive gear and drive train is literally made up out of parts. There's nothing pre-formed, as in the chassis members are formed up in a pre-shaped chassis. You do them all by yourself, as it shows here. So as you can see, it is a battle of small parts, and there are some very small parts, believe you me. Where are we? We are up around here now. I don't know if you can see. Let me move that around. These parts here and this one here. You get 6 of these, you use 5 and you have 1 spare. So if you are building this or you are planning to build this and you haven't got page 12, my advice to you is take your time, because these will go anywhere and everywhere. Try and keep your bench as clean as possible. I know it's a bit rich me saying that, with looking at the state of mine. I did have a game of chasing these all over the instructions, and it was quite handy, because you could literally just tip the instructions up and they would roll off and come around here. So fortunately I was lucky, I didn't lose anything to the carpet muncher. So carpet muncher nil, Dave 5. Got a win. Yes, beat the muncher. Right, so we are now on this bit, which is this bit here, and there is another tiny part of photo etch to go in. You have to be a little bit careful with the trumpeter instructions. They tell you to put these bits on here. No, you can't see. Right, let me move up. Right. Move up. It's a little, it's not, well, yeah, it's a criticism, it's maybe a bit of a gripe, but you're told to put the parts on this side, but in actual fact you've still got to put them on the other side as well. So just be aware that the instructions are not they're not as helpful as they could be. Otherwise it's been alright. I've got to go back and do this. I don't quite know when I'm going to do that bit yet, because it's got photo etch to go on there, but some of the photo etch can't go on until you put the wheel in. So I don't quite know. I haven't thought that through yet as to how I'm going to do that, because you've got 2 pieces of photo etch. What? Yeah, and there's a photo etch piece there as well. I don't know. Yeah, I still need a cup of tea and a think on that one. Something else that I want to point out for you is make sure you observe what they say in the instructions. I didn't. I just put it in and then realised when I was trying to do a test fit for the cab, that Muppet Chops here have put this in upside down. That's why there's some extra white bits there, because I've done a little cut and shut job and flipped it over. So yeah, read the instructions, take it all in, don't make the mistakes I make. Yeah, and be a little bit careful with these levers. They are a bit fine, as you can see here. There is supposed to be one there. It's in the top of one of me jars of glue at the moment, in a safe place. It will go back on, but towards the end. Going back to photo etch, there are 4 vent covers that go across the top of the dashboard, and I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up at all, but trust me, there are 2 of the smallest, tiniest pieces of photo etch you are ever likely to see gone in there for the vent levers. You could argue that you might not need to put them in because you're not going to see them, but I am going to try. The plan is that these doors are going to be open, so hopefully you will get a better view of what's inside. Anyway, going back to this, the foil has now been put on both the driver's seat and the bench seat, and I've done a little bit of work just to give the impression that the cushion has been well used, because there's the bum shapes of where it's starting to sag, and the idea now will be to paint these in the seat cover colour. Teeth in, David. And then once that's dry, I can do some small tears and start folding it up to make it look like the seat cover has started to split and tear because of troops getting in and out, and just give it a little bit more realism. For the build that I've done so far, I have got to say I have enjoyed it. Yeah, it is a battle of small parts, and some of them, as I said, are small. It's a good tester. It's a good test of patience, of just your build skills. So have a go, enjoy it, because I am. It's a good little build. And I will be doing another one, so hopefully the next one I do of this, these bits of photo etch on here, move it down a little bit, these bits of photo etch here, when I do them on the next one, hopefully they will be a little bit better because of having that other hold and fold tool rather than the Tamiya pliers. Not that I've got anything against the pliers, you know, they've done a reasonable job. It's just that the hold and fold, I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to do a better job than what I've done there. I think that's about it, really. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover for this build so far. Yeah. So I think I'm going to edit this and post it up, and thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so, then please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get the notifications of when I do upload stuff. And oh yeah, give us a like as well. So on that note, I will see you in the next one.